Alright. Here goes. Poor soul, the sinner of my sinful earth, these rebel powers that thee array, why dost thou pine within and suffer dirt, painting thy outward walls so costly gay? Why so large cost, having so short a lease, dost thou upon thy fading mansion spend? Shall worms interiors of these excess eat up thy charge? Is this thy body's end, thy soul live without upon thy servant's loss, and let thy pine to aggravate thy store, by terms divine, in selling hours of dross, within be fed, without be rich no more, so shalt thou feed on death, that feeds on men, and death, once death, so no more dying then.
Okay.
So, what do you think? It's Sonnet 146.
Okay.
What do you think it means?
I think, so he's talking about someone he loves, and they're dying, and he's, what is the line like, with thou no richer shall be, or something like that. So he's, maybe,
Get it to be like,
yes. I think someone's dying, and he loves this person in some way, and is like grieving that they're dying, and without be rich no more. There's no more dying man. Like, I guess it's also like, as long as at least you're dying, and then you will not more be dying anymore, right?
Yeah,
so
that's
like good that you're dying.
Ending,
yeah.
That's what the ending says. Like, it's because
Trying to be hopeful. Like
if
the
you die, then you won't die anymore. So
Yeah.
it's like eternal life.
At least
I guess.
that, yeah.
And I think
So like the upshot is. Yeah.
The beginning, I think, is like you spend so much time thinking about like your outward. Like he talks about walls and mansions. Like you think about beating yourself up so much, but it actually hurts who you are inside. Like so.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay.
I think it is.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Sonnet 130. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses damasked red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love is rare, as any she belied with false compare.
That's wonderful. Shakespeare is great. So you want my interpretation of it?
Well, you can look at it if you want.
He doesn't idealize his mistress, which is either his lover. Shakespeare kind of fluctuates between types of people that he is fascinated with. So sometimes we don't know if it's like a young gentleman, but in this case, this might be the dark mistress. And so I'm just guessing that. So everything that he describes her as is not a beautiful, flattering form. From her lips, like, are terrible. Everything about her is just doesn't seem like you could love a person in a shallow way from his description. But he still loves her, and when he says, "My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground," it's a very human form. He's kind of, rather than romantic poetry, which was common for the time, he's teasing the style of sonnets that existed. I forget, Petrarchan form? I don't know. And so he's teasing like the Italian sonnet form, where they would compliment women and make them grander than they were. And so he makes it just a very humanizing, beautiful thing of that he loves her without all these other things.
Yeah, basically it's not...
That's my interpretation.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Basically it seems like not how the modern man sees it is, oh, she's hot, I have to get her. It's more, oh, she's a lovely person, rather than she looks beautiful and he loves her just the same.
Right.
Like he thinks his love is as rare as any other that she's had, so
yes.
it's like very special compared to any other person. So, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
Sonnet 82. I grant thou were not married to my muse, and therefore mayst thou attain overlook the dedicated words which writers use of their first subject, blessing every book. Thou art as fair in knowledge as in hue, finding thy worth a limit past my praise, and therefore art enforced to seek anew some fresher stamp of the time-veteran days, and do so love. Yet when they have devised and strained touches, rhetoric can lend, thou truly fair when truly sympathized, in true plain words by thy true-telling friend, and their gross painting might be better used, where cheeks need blood, and be it is abused.
My reaction?
Yes, you can look at the sonnet if you want.
Okay.
Just tell us what you think that it means.
Well, I mean, like, the constant use of fair subject and implies also that the assignment is talking to a female. I feel like it's definitely describing the beauty of, like, some women. So just like inspiration found by some beautiful subject, object. Do you have like questions that you can prompt me with?
No.
No, it's just kind of your interpretation of what the sonnet means.
Yeah, your own idea. I'll tell you mine after.
Unless you're done.
I get ideas. Cheeks need blood, so blushing. I mean, it's just like all images that relate to like that flirtatious.
Okay, I'll give you my interpretation now. Okay, well, I see this.
Yeah, go for it.
I grant that we're not married to my muse. This whole sonnet is basically talking about most likely a woman, one he's in love with, and he understands that he's writing all these poems, these fiction, these plays, whatever it is, to this girl, but she's so beautiful that dozens of other playwrights, writers are describing her as beautiful always. And this bird says, what strange touches rhetoric can lend? He understands that there's only so many words he could say, and all these other people can say, to describe her beauty and how lovely she is. So he says that here's this girl who is as knowledgeable, as smart as she is beautiful, and at the same time too, there's no way to describe this beauty to someone unless you truly see her. That's what I got from it.
It's a good interpretation.